Some say weddings in Uganda lately seem to be falling out left and right from the sky like a pandemic. On average, every weekend there are 3 to 6 weddings in almost all Uganda's towns. And we all know that no Ugandan gets to walk down the aisle easily of a church without fulfilling the very exciting, important, but as well expensive, hectic traditional introduction ceremonies, which in central Uganda is called Kwanjula.
White wedding, as Africans, this is how we used to celebrate our wedding. A man would come pay dowry, and back then they used to cut out flesh and join the blood together. That meant you've become one. But of late, we share coffee, beans from the same plate and drink milk from the same cup. In my culture, a man has to dress you up with a long, pearl necklace, just to indicate that you're the special and chosen one. This is As years went by, administration was introduced. So we now get printed cultural marriage certificates from our kings, signed by His Majesty.
Awesomeness with me, your girl, Ritah.K.Tuhaise. And today I want to share tips with you on how I managed to pull off my wedding in 5 days. Did I say 5 days? Yes, you heard right. 5 days and aced it. By the way, it was the most romantic thing I ever did. I'm so proud.
I was an express bride. Truthfully, I arranged my wedding last minute in the midst of less finances, the ups and downs, but for some reason God was with us and we conquered. So here's to tell you everything as far as my wedding was concerned. Everything was done chop chop. I told everyone late, from the service providers, food vendors to the guests, everything. When it came to my choice of gown, I would say I'm very blessed. Hey gorgeous, you can make it. I don't know whether there is somebody out there going through the same situation. When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Someone once said that, and it is very true. So this is how I played it out. And if you're the kind of bride that is going through the same situation, this is for you to watch till the end. And by the way, I'll give just a glimpse of how it all went down. My favorite part of this wedding was realizing that I didn't have to plan it anymore.
The first and most important, almost obvious thing is savings. In a lifetime, you only have one day for your wedding, and it being a joyous celebration worth remembering means one will spend so much more. to make it a dream come true. When my husband and I, and Ritah.K.Tuhaise, agreed we needed to do both the conjular and wedding at the same time, we started saving, and we did this for a year, which helped cover most of our expenses without going on bothering people. Start attending wedding meetings, contribute, pledges, and all that's true. Not everybody can save enough, but it is never guaranteed that friends and family can contribute enough. So one must think ahead, set a date, set a target, and begin saving. However, this brings me to my next view. Involve your friends and family as much as you can in the planning process. As saying goes, no man is an island, and it is very true. To do both conjular and wedding around the same time meant our pockets would be drained, because they both require a lot of invitation, venue, outfits, merrymaking, giving, and many other things. We were very, very blessed to have a best man and matron. The Ritah.K.Tuhaise is forever grateful. I love you guys. These people did a very great job, starting from the cars to transport, everything. Like, they were so trustworthy. Guys, these friends, they did an awesome job. We trusted them and did everything perfectly the way we ever wanted it. Imagine 100.
Cheers to friendship to all our supportive friends who were able to pull this off because of you. Just know we love you guys. Thanks for all your efforts. There's a saying that goes, anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. They say you can choose friends, but you can never choose your family. Family is just a blessing. I'm super grateful. Thank you, God. You walked this journey with us. We can never trade you for anything. We love you guys. Because of you, we made it.
Furthermore, my very supportive matron decided to offer me a wedding gown brought from the USA, brand new. How blessed can a person be? Now, one of the most important service providers. My service providers were my friends. When it came to the gown and changing, it was bridal path. And also another changing dress, the talented one, Anita Beryl, did it. When it came to makeup, Faith Fresh, Jeanette Saloon, Cara Flower was my dream to have these people work on me, seeing them progress in what they do. So they did a very magical touch in me then. The photographer was a collaboration with Fast Photos Media and the very best Oscar taking. By the way, it was a dream come true also on my wedding. Yes. The MCs were Lady Bizo, Wesley, the king of radio, decorators. I used Spice decorators. Then music and sound, I used Big Team, and Wesley still helped out a lot. Remember, my friends. And so everything became faster and cheaper. So look around your circles, see who has what they can do for you. They really helped out in cutting costs on our budget, and I'm forever grateful. But to cut down the budget even more, this brings me to my next view. Use the same service providers for both events. Since the wedding was to be immediately after my introduction ceremony, I did not have so much time to look for other service providers, and so we decided to settle with the same service providers. This made it cheaper because they were willing to cut down the price since they were doing the two events back to back. But it's not all yet there about cutting down the budget. This is very important. Reduce the size of the entrance at both the conjugal and wedding. An entrance are the people that escort the bride and groom. For example, bridesmaids, flower girls, big boys, name it all. That trend, extravagant Ugandan wedding style, is almost phasing out, by the way. The new normal encourages small gatherings and social distance, which is the very merits. Andrew and I had only our matron and best man walk us down the aisle, meaning instead of partying with fans and dressing our entourage, stress around, meeting their expectations and needs, we only had two people besides us, and that makes it easier even when it comes to decision making. Nice, right? Know exactly what you want for your wedding, and Kwanjula, a confused bride-to-be, has the potential to ruin the entire wedding and spend more than planned. I knew my dream gown was a Cinderella one. All I ever wanted, because I had laid it down way back even before Andrew and I met. Confusion can range from something as simple as failing to make a choice of a dress, being uncertain with everything, not being sure your fiancé is the man you want to spend the rest of your life with. The moment Andrew got down on his knees and popped the question, the tears of joy rolled down my cheeks were a confirmation that I needed to take him to my parents to do the Kwanzula and make it official in front of God. Real fast. Immediately, we started all planning, which brings me to my 6th point. Involve your partner in the planning process as much as possible, by the way. People have a mindset that weddings are more special to women than to men, and therefore they leave the preparations on one side. Everything is left to the woman and the man just finances. Although I think both parties should contribute as much as they can. And that can only be achieved if you and your partner are friends and very open with one another. For example, Andrew helped out a lot with the guest list, chose the theme color of our wedding, which was sky blue, and it was only because I needed a feminine touch that we both agreed we should add peach. Then I chose the one for Kwanzula. I did black and gold, which added in a white touch.
Choose colors that you love best and you know that they will work for you. Blend the palette for you to make very awesome colors on your wedding day.
That helped me focus more on other important things like sound system, food, name it all. Moving on, make a guest list, but leave room for other people. Planning for a certain amount of guests help you plan your budget accordingly. But because in Uganda there is a saying that goes, it takes a whole village to raise a child. So your wedding or Kwanzula are not only about you, your parents' friends and their friends and their friends and their friends and your friends and friends. Workmates, village mates are initially supposed to be part of the celebration. Point blank. So my brother and Andrew made a list of 150 guests, but I was smart enough to tell the chef to prepare 100 extra plates of food in case more uninvited people come. They are sorted, which they did. Keep in mind that people in Uganda end up crashing a friend of a friend of a friend's wedding reception or ceremony, any ceremony, without any relationship, by the way, to the couple or family. Lastly, be content. Get as much emotional support as you can. Organizing a wedding is definitely not just a walk in the park. You might have a dream wedding in your mind, but you are not financially capable. That doesn't matter. Be content. Plan to settle with what is offered on the table. Remember, that is your day, not everyone else's. So do your best and within your ability, it will happen at the end of the day. Leave the rest to God. He will do his part too. In the end, both ceremonies were beautiful, successful, in spite of the fact that I did not want to deal with everything that comes with weddings. In just 5 days, I danced away, and I am happily married to the love of my life. Can you imagine? Very important things: your vows, the church, and what is offered on the table. Do not stress out.
At the end of the day, what matters is you and your husband. The entire world won't be if you're married. So as long as you're happy, do what you want, do what you feel like, and you have the best wedding. Those were my ideas on how a wedding should be planned. It took 5 days. It didn't have to take me a whole lot of year planning the wedding. Know what you want and you're good to go. Yay! Beautiful day of my entire life. I was so happy, like it was a dream come true. I remember smiling all through the day. Several brides are usually stressed due to deaths and all the hassle that comes with preparing weddings. But as for me, it was totally a different story. Like I told you, I'm really blessed. I'm super grateful. Everything went as planned. I just couldn't wait for my honeymoon and spend the rest of my life with my hubby. I danced so hard. Thanks to all who made it happen. Thanks to family, thanks to friends, thanks to everyone.
He is more than what you wanted, everything you never had. Gotta give it right to your heart. You can show him where it's at. You are the miracle he needed so bad. He's more than what you wanted, everything you never had.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If something worked for you, just definitely let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, share. Don't forget to turn on your notifications for my new videos. And those who are new, welcome to my channel. If you haven't yet joined the family, guys, it's not yet too late. Kindly subscribe. I love you all. Class matter here.